Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The race starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good evening and welcome to the Midwest Motorsports Friday Night Truck Series. Duels at Daytona. We're going to set the qualifying order for next week's opening race. After a long break, the Midwest Motorsports Truck Series is back in action. I'm James J. We've missed you. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're going to go green for 30 laps, and we're going to set the grid for next week's Daytona season opener. No points tonight, just qualifying for the Daytona next week. The 51 Ian Silva has put it on the pole in qualifying. Brand new paint job. Good on you, Ian. Great to see everybody back here again. Outside Trevor McLaughlin, Dustin Reinstedel with Eric Thaler on row 2. Jason Phillips, row 3. Road Series driver is going to join us tonight this season in the Big Ass Fans paint. Got a full field of 24 cars tonight. Some newcomers, some return drivers. Barney's got the green flag in his hand, and we're going to go racing. Ian Silva steps on the gas and lets it rip, and we are racing. Two rows side by side so far. Daytona Speedway, everybody's favorite super speedway. Racing is underway. See if we can keep it clean for 30 laps. Couple of rule changes this season. Pretty exciting. Incidents rule, we'll see how that plays out, especially on the super speedways and the shorter tracks. So far, everybody's playing it calm, single file. Sorry, double file, but staying in line, drafting, pushing, laying back, playing cool. Steve Hansel, haven't seen him in an oval series whatsoever. Midwest Motorsports, admin on the road side. Steve Hansel's got the Taco Bell Pepto paint, looking good. With the 9 of James Olabison right beside him. Outside lane getting a little momentum, 99 Trevor McLaughlin. With Eric Thaler in the 15 right behind him. Coming around to complete lap 2. Everybody's a little rusty, including myself. It looks like these trucks are looking awesome. The number 80, John Happick, doing good, getting 3 wide. Here and there, pushing. Michael Samia got his number back, the number 3. Good on you, Michael Samia. Here's on the outside lane. Got John Aslin and Andrew Miller right beside him. So far, everybody's holding their line. Double wide. Michael Harris Jr. in the 40. Lots of familiar names. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for joining us. The 2, Justin Thaler. Mike Samia, like he's having a hard time staying on the bumper. You ride with him, gets a big run. 25 is John Aslan. 7 is Chris Thaler, right in front. That's Andrew Miller in front of Michael Samia. He gets a little push. Can't tell who's bobbing and weaving. Really hard to stay focused as we were riding along in the cockpit of Mike Samia. Not sure exactly where my ticker is. Whoa. Been a hard time staying in line here. Sorry, I don't know where the ticker is for the broadcast. I will keep working on it. And I don't have a tower either. I can't give you either one. All right, the inside lane getting a little longer as trucks have dropped back. Ooh, the 25, John Aslan, has dropped down low, and he's right behind the 24 of Steve Hansel. Yeah, the top ticker is okay. If it's up, it's not on my preview screen. It's all good as long as you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. Awesome to see Jason Phillips in the yellow and black big ass fans. Paint job doing good on the outside, third row. Holding his line is going to be a great season. So excited. It's going to be a long season. Season will go on through April. 22 races on the schedule this year. Ian Silva gets a little push from Dustin Reinstedel out past Trevor McLaughlin. There he gets another bump into turn 1. We head down the back stretch one more time. Inside low line, looking like it's got the most trucks, but can't get a big run to break out front. 9 James Olavison, the 29 of Andrew Miller. Things are getting a little racy back there. Hopefully everybody can keep their cool. Daytona Super Speedway is always known for the big one, of course. '11 Dustin Reinstedel has got by the 51. We can see how he did it. Jumps up to the outside lane right here. Watch the 11 truck, the blue or green, number 11, second row inside. Clear Trevor McLaughlin on the outside lane. Jumps up. Trevor McLaughlin gives him a push to the front. And that's how Dustin Reinstedel got the lead from Ian Silver, your pole sitter. Now Trevor McLaughlin and Eric Thaler are working together on the outside as Dustin Reinstedel drops down in front of the 51. So Trevor McLaughlin now, let's see if he can get a push from Eric Thaler and Jason Phillips. On the outside lane, can they get by Dustin Reinstedel and Ian Silva? Not yet. Big push from Ian Silva on Dustin Reinstedel. Eric Thaler pushing the pink number 99. Trevor McLaughlin on the outside lane. Not sure if that's the Bubblicious. They're in front of Dustin now. Let's see if Trevor McLaughlin drops down in front of him. 15 has pushed the 99 on the outside lane. Trevor McLaughlin likes that. He's going to stay with Eric. I don't blame you, Trevor. Jason Phillips working with Eric Thaler, not going past him as well. Everybody doing a good job staying 2 wide so far, 11 laps in. We'll see if we get the same kind of courtesy on lap 29. Trevor McLaughlin choosing to stay with Eric Thaler on that outside lane. Mike Simeon's got the 40 of Michael Harris behind him. Guys are looking, having a hard time keeping it straight. The draft buffeting the trucks left and right, and if there's any overlap, it's going to be ugly. Michael Samia trying to push up front. Trevor McLaughlin, Dustin Reinstedel, and Ian Silva. Oh, that was close. That was a near miss. Look at the 80 truck. That's Sean Happick. Third truck on the inside. Great to see Sean Happick with the league again. The Under Armour number 80. Looking back at James Olawison, Andrew Miller. These trucks are so sensitive. Steve Hansel in the Pepto-Bismol truck as Michael Samia and the 3 goes by him. These are all around Sean Happick. Looking up front now at the leaders. Big run from Sean Happick. Let's see if he can give a push. Nice lift. Nice control. Keeping the truck, keeping that run from wrecking the field. These guys are in the front. We're 3 rows back. Dustin Reinstedel right in front of Ian Silva. It looks like Trevor McLaughlin has dropped down in front of Dustin Reinstedel. He bailed on Eric Thaler, and Jason Phillips is going to push Eric Thaler to the front. Eric drops down in front of Trevor. Oh my gosh, what a move. Good on you, Trevor. That could have been real ugly. Now let's see if Jason Phillips all by himself. They just abandoned Jason. Trevor McLaughlin, I gotta hand it to you, buddy. You just saved a big one right there. There's the 88. First truck on the outside. Going past your pole sitter, Ian Silva. Awesome paint on Ian Silva's truck. There's leader Eric Thaler getting a push from Trevor McLaughlin and Dustin Reinstedel, Ian Silva. Jason Phillips trying to get a little side draft off the 51. The 9 of James Olawison. Not quite giving Jason the push he needs to catch back up to Eric Thaler. And Trevor McLaughlin. Eric Thaler's dropped down in front of Trevor. And Trevor lifted at just the right time. Now he bails and goes up with Jason Phillips, who gets a bump from James Olawison and pushes Trevor. And they get past Eric in the 15, the godfather of Midwest Motorsports. The 15, Eric Thaler with the red wheels. Jason Phillips drops down in front of Eric Thaler. And Jason Phillips, nice move. And that 88 big ass fans truck. Road Series champion times 2, as we're seeing some green flag stops. You guys rejoining, I believe, unless they're just lap cars. Lap trucks. Nope, they stopped at lap 15. Whoa. Jason Phillips getting kind of sloppy in front of Eric Thaler. It's all happening right now. Up front's James Olavison in the 9. Yeah, oh my gosh, what happened? Michael Samia's up here. Andrew Miller is now your leader. Congrats to the 29, Andrew Miller. You got to see what happened as they were coming through lap traffic. Was watching, trying to make sure that everybody was staying safe back here. And these guys just came up with the head of steam from somewhere. Flew by everybody like they were going backwards. Like there was a big lift. Here it is, Trevor McLaughlin. The 3's on the outside, Andrew Miller in the 29, pushing Olavison in the 9. Lap traffic, I missed it. Had no choice. That's why Jason Phillips was getting crossed up. Lap cars rejoining. I guess they rejoined at the right place. I'm not sure exactly what the rule is, but there we go. That has changed everything. Andrew Miller now in the 29 is your leader. We go back live. Andrew Miller comes into pit. We'll see what those early pitters come out. We'll find out. Olavison 68 is going to be maybe it's 20. That's a 69. Rye Bates, maybe. All right. The leaders that stayed out are now coming into pit, and it's madness as Eric Thaler does a good job avoiding his dad in the 7. Steve Hansel. These guys are currently showing your leader. Going to be Robert Sanders. First one that's still out. Then James Olavison, who still hasn't pitted. Trevor McLaughlin. These guys have not pitted. 48 of Nicholas Aslan. I thought he was going to miss the race. I'm glad he didn't. Robert Sanders is being shown your leader right now. He's all by himself. These 4 trucks are going to get a run of speed, but they still need a pit, remember. And the pitters are coming in the back. There's a green flag stops. It's going to be a great indicator of how this season is going to play out. As these guys go flying by, they're going to be a full back straightaway ahead. Kevin Mayer crosses the double line. So we're going to see where these guys come out. Nicholas Aslan in the 48. Good to see him back after winning last season. It's all popped off all at once. Steve Hansel being shown your leader. 6.3 stop. Fastest pit stop of them all. 6.3 for Steve Hansel has given the 24 the lead. Here comes the pack. That fast pit stop might work in the Road Series, but in the ovals, the more friends you have working together, they're going to go flying by Steve Hansel, 24, like he's going backwards. This is the race for the lead. Steve Hansel in the 24 has it, but he's all by himself. Sucker bet, maybe. Nope, Trevor McLaughlin pulls up. Yellow's out. Caution's out. What happened? See if I can find out. Oh no, it looks like Michael Samia may be involved. Seven of Chris Thaler. Shout out to the race control. If you're not sure or not familiar with the Midwest Motorsports Series, we have a dedicated race control, Josh Watt, who also runs our Twitch stream. All right. This is car number 7. Chris Thaler, the grandfather of Midwest Motorsports. Justin Glickner in the 21. Ron Schamer in the 97. 71 is Sean Cunningham. 28 is Norm Snyder. The 2 is Justin Thaler. Justin Glickner in the 21. What goes wrong? Oh, man, I still didn't see it. It looked like that was the 9. Oh, 71. Sean Cunningham. Let's see what happens. Of course, it wasn't intentional. He just got his foot on the floor. Comes up. So hard to keep the truck straight. The force feedback and everybody going left and right. A different camera, maybe. Oh, Justin Glickner comes up into Sean Cunningham. And that's where it started. Where it kicked off. Ron Schamer doing everything he can to keep it together. Justin Glickner. See if I can try to get the right view. Guess we'll just go to a chase. Got Ron Schamer and the 97. Justin Glickner's in the Miller Lite truck. He comes down right as 71. Sean Cunningham comes down. That was just bad timing between 71 and the 21. Sends Chris Thaler down. Look at Justin Thaler. Barely missing everything. This water's parted. While Justin Glickner and Ron Schamer are going around. Ian Silver, your pole sitter, is able to get away, I hope. As Ron Schamer is facing the wrong way. Trying to keep it together. Not exactly sure how Michael Samia got involved in all that right here at the end. Oh, barely. Nice work there, Samia. Chris Thaler gets it back together as everybody else goes by. The field lines back up. We'll go live. Going Trevor McLaughlin with the lights out. So perfect timing. We're going to go back to green for 7 laps. Again, we're only setting the grid for next week's Daytona season opener. Everybody still has 1 fast repair. So those guys used that. Sean Cunningham made it through that. Not too bad. Good on you, Sean. Last season's champ, Nicholas Aslan in the 48. New paint job with some chrome texture. Chrome looks awesome. Lights are out in the pace car, so we're going to go back racing again. Midwest-motorsports.com is where you can find us. Friday night truck series, Sunday night Gen 7 Next Gen Cup series, Tuesday night road series, currently GT4s. Entries are free and always open. You can join in the middle of a season if you like. We're getting our truck season underway right now. Everybody's got the dust knocked off of their rigs. Happy to be back in. I know I am. We are coming to the green flag with Trevor McLaughlin. Pace car pulls off. Trevor McLaughlin in the pink 99 gives it full throttle. James Olavison in the 9 on the inside. Got a little help from Robert Sanders in the 6. The 11, Dustin Reinstedel. Look at that inside line. And 99 just got out by himself on that restart. And that inside lane took off. James Olavison being pushed by Robert Sanders. And don't look now, the 88, Jason Phillips, slides up in front of the 99 and now slides down in front of James Olavison to take over the lead. As we have a new leader, Jason Phillips. James Olavison on the outside now of Jason Phillips. Oh, Trevor McLaughlin pushes Robert Sanders into the grass. He saves it. How do we save it? That was incredible. Great driving, Robert Sanders. That was the save of the race. We make it through that. We did. We stay green. We are racing. Unbelievable. Robert Sanders. It's a corner of the grass. Keeps his foot in it. Trevor McLaughlin, James Olavison. Eric Taylor drops down right behind Justin in the 2 truck. The 52 of Colin Huffman. Good to see Colin racing the trucks this season. The 52. And he's running up front. Good on you, Colin. Right behind Sean Cunningham in the 71. John Happick. Jason Phillips, your current leader. Trevor McLaughlin bounces off the wall like a ping pong ball. Trying to find him. Give me a second. Goodness gracious. Took the 80 of Sean Happick with him. I'm not exactly sure which camera is going to be the best. As time goes on, I'll definitely get better at doing the cameras and the broadcast. So bear with me. I don't think drone's going to give me the best view, but we can try it. Trevor McLaughlin pushes the 9, just barely. Sorry, guys, it cuts away without telling me. We'll try it again. It just goes out. It gets wide and can't catch it. Comes right across the end of the 80. Doors him big time. Justin Glickner barely misses it. But Justin Glickner's got a good view of the front. But these 2 guys go sailing to the inside. I hope they have enough Advil to make it through. Riding with Justin Glickner, looking up at the 99. Yeah, Olavison just gets sideways and, man. All right, I got the view. Give me 1 second. Again, thanks for your patience. Got to get better at this. We just got to sort it out. This is going to be a great view. All right, maybe not. We'll go back to Trevor. James Olavison right under us. He goes high, and Trevor McLaughlin sticks his nose in. They overlap just enough. Nope, they don't overlap. Trevor McLaughlin in the pink 99. Corners. It's on the corner of the 9. Tries to avoid. The 9 goes down and then back up. He is crossed up sideways. And Trevor McLaughlin slams on the brakes. Maybe that's what got him sideways. He turns around. Sean Happick, nowhere to go. Innocent bystander. Sorry about that, Sean. Trevor McLaughlin doing the best he can to get it back going straight. 80 of Sean Happick locks him up. And that Stars and Stripes Under Armour paint avoids the wall so far. Release the brake and you can have some steering there, Sean. Don't hit the wall. All crunch into the safer wall as it comes to a stop. Sean Happick. Get it going again. All right, unfortunate. But don't look now. Jason Phillips is your leader. We're going to send them around one more time while they double up. We're going to have one single attempt at a green-white checker. New rules for this season. Robert Sanders, peace, love, and tie-dye. Robert Sanders on the front row looking back at the entire field. Lights are finally out on the pace car. We'll send them around. Justin Thaler in the third row. Dustin Reinstedel in the second row. Anybody can win this. Jason Phillips, how about that? Leading his first race on the ovals with the Midwest Motorsports Oval Series. Justin Thaler and Eric Thaler together on the inside row. Inside lane, row 3 and 4. 77 is Kevin Mayer. U.S. Army truck. Good on you, Kevin. Shout out to all our armed services out there protecting our freedom. All right, clean off them tires like Justin Taylor is doing. Jason Phillips is going to bring us back to green. Who wants it? All of them. So far right now, Brandon Cotton has the fastest lap of the race in the number 5 truck. Currently P17, but bought a fast truck to Daytona. All right, let's go. Green, white checker one time. Jason Phillips lets it rip, and Nicholas Aslan is right with him. 77 drops down behind Eric Thaler. Nick Aslan steps to the outside lane now as Eric Thaler in 15 pushes Justin Thaler up to Jason Phillips. Nick Aslan, Robert Sanders, Dustin Reinstedt on the outside lane. Coming to the white. Little action in the back. Looks like all's good right now. Eric Thaler pushing the 2 of Justin Thaler, pushing the 88 into the corner. They're still hooked up. And there it goes. Justin Thaler gets crossed up. And it's all breaking down again. The big one at Daytona. Oh, the 9 James Olavison upside. Big up. It's all set off. Can't believe he was pushing into the corner like that. Still got some guys going backwards. Kevin Mayer trying to get it back on the asphalt. He's in reverse. Got his foot down, makes it across the line. Scores position. Now into the pits. Or straighten it back out. Oh no, that's Nicholas Aslan. He's not happy. Jason Phillips has a clean truck, no damage. looked like I was really nervous when I saw Justin Thaler pushing and hooked up. Eric Thaler, we got a 3-truck push down on the inside lane. And Eric Thaler gets a little bit over to his right, but he's not pushing anymore. Justin Thaler on the 2, second row on the inside. He's crossed up trying to save it now. Maybe, maybe not. Tempted to go in car, but when I do, the 6 goes down, and Justin just looks like he a little tail waggle. That was, I don't know if I like that or not. That was weird. I just seemed to have a little tail waggle. And he goes up into the 6. 6 definitely keeping him tight. Here we go again. Watch the 2 car, which is in the middle down low, and he's trying to hang on to it. The rear end just slipping down, and no doubt the 9. Oh, that might have been a net code that kind of sent him up. That's it. Checkered flag is out. Riding with Norm as everything happens in front of him. Cars everywhere. Trucks everywhere, I should say. Impossible to avoid the big one. The 9 truck goes up on its side, makes it back down. Up in the air. Parts flying everywhere. Unbelievable. What a finish. We only have one attempt at the green-white checker now. That's what everybody voted on, and the final rule now. So that's an official race. Jason Phillips, Justin Thaler, John Cunningham. If I can get these guys in the Discord, we'll talk to them. Again, we're setting the grid for next week. That's a finish. Remember the rules for the season. One attempt at a green-white checkered, and that's it. So that's official. They're just going to come across the line and make it official. But Jason Phillips in the 88 is going to be your winner. First time, a 2-time Road Series champion, Jason Phillips, and reigning Road Series champion, going to be on the pole for next week's season opener in Daytona. Let him cross the line and make it official. Arnie's got the checkered flag in hand. There it is. The whole field goes by. Jason Phillips, Justin Thaler, Sean Cunningham. After the big one, what did I say about lap 29? That's it. Jason Phillips, your winner. John Cunningham in third as the fireworks are going off in Daytona. To close out the season opener, the Duels at Daytona. I think I got just about everybody in here. I'll pull Justin down in a second. But third place was Sean Cunningham. Let's see if I can get him in the booth with me here. Hey, Sean, it's James in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. Well, I guess you'll take it, right? Nice job to wrap up the 30 lap duel in third place, man. That's a good starting spot for next week's season opener.
Yeah, I first want to apologize. I think it's the 21 when I got loose coming out of two. I came down on him and I caused a wreck between him and I believe the 97. It was all on me. Like I'll take full force on that one. But yeah, that last lap going into the 3 and 4 or coming to the white flag. I saw the 48 sideways on the top lane and I was like, yep, there goes my race. And somehow, some way, I made it through. And I mean, I'll take it. I have no complaints on that.
Yeah, close your eyes and shoot for the gap. Well, the bad news is there's no points, but the good news is you start up front. I guess it's better than starting in the back next week. But man, real excited. I'm glad you came back to the Midwest Motorsports Series for another again. I know you've been with us for a while, and just want to say that we recognize you, man. We appreciate it, and yeah, what do you think we're gonna see this season and next week?
Next week would definitely be interesting. I think, it's somebody's going to throw it 3 wide, either coming to the last 5 laps. I know, my teammate will, because that's what he likes to do. But, I think it'll definitely test people's patience to see if we can stay green for a little while. But, I mean, again, we'll see what happens there. I mean, the rest of the season, I mean, we're doing a lot of mile and half tracks, so it's going to be a lot of strategy and a lot of tire saving throughout those, since those are the tracks are racing this year.
Yeah, that's right, and a couple of big races too, man. We're just excited to have you. It's going to be a great long season, 22 races. So again, welcome back to the Midwest Motorsports. We're glad you're here, Sean. I see you got CCM Motorsports on the rig?
CCR.
CCR. Sorry, I couldn't see. And yeah, I like the Midwest Motorsports logo on the back deck lid too, man. So thanks again for joining us, Sean. We'll look for you next week as we go racing.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks. That's Sean Cunningham. He got third place. Coming in for second place, Justin Thaler. Justin, it's James. You got me?
Hey, buddy. How are you?
Oh, not bad, man. Not as good as you. You got to end up with the front row start next week, man.
Yeah, we'll see. Not really the finish I was looking for. I was trying to really make it to the end. Maybe try and at least get Jason past, and if I could get a run and split him and Nicholas Aslan, at least try and make it close for the win. But yeah, it took a while. It didn't really feel like for the first half of the race or so, really, I was gonna make it through the field anywhere. So good result, good finish. Little sketchy there at the end. I don't know. I was trying to watch replay to see if I came up and caused that one or anything like that. But it looks like it was a little tough to tell as I was trying to look at it. So apologies to unfortunately, the whole field who was, I guess, behind us that probably got caught up in that last wreck.
Yeah, it was pretty tight. I know that 6 kind of kept you down really tight and didn't have a lot of room there. Any thing specific about the truck? I mean, it's same truck, same track, right? It looked like you weren't the only one that was having a hard time keeping him straight. Maybe the wind buffeting around, or just coming to the checker, 2 to go to the checker. That's going to happen.
I don't know. I mean, I think it almost sounded a little. I just felt like it was a little looser than usual. I don't know. The track temp seemed okay. But it did feel like the truck was more squirrely than it typically would be. And like you said, I don't know if it was maybe the wind buffeting or something like that, but not bad. I felt pretty comfortable. This is the first oval race I've done in my new setup, so it all felt nice and tight and controllable. So I was a little nervous going into it. I did miss a shift, but that was all on me and not an equipment issue this time. But getting it squared away, so I guess I'll take it in the end. Just feel bad. Kind of a lot of guys got junked, potentially my fault. But
yeah, it's racing, man. It's super speedway racing. I think you're not the only one that's maybe trying some new equipment or at least knocking the dust off. It's been a long off season, and glad to get the qualifying duel underway. What do you think we're going to see next week at Daytona, and heck, it's a 22 race season, man. What do you think we're going to see as we get this oval season underway?
Yeah, hopefully some things have tamed with some of the rule changes we made with the only one green white checker, which is I think for the best. Um, it was pretty status quo I think for a super speedway tonight. Um, there were some moments I was able to think through some maybe questionable situations and got lucky, but I think the long season it's going to be really interesting. It's 22 races. Um, we've added some fuel to the trucks, changed some of the penalty issues. I guess not issues, but the stipulations with the penalties. But um, hopefully, just be consistent. Guys race clean and understand it's a long season, long races, and just race smart and fair. But looking forward to it. We've been out of this for like 4 weeks now, and I'm excited to get back into some oval racing.
Yeah, me too. Well, we look forward to starting the season off next week at Daytona, and you got a front row spot right beside Jason Phillips, man. How about that?
Yeah.
Comes from the Road Series and pulls off the victory. Jason, it's James in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. James, how you doing, man?
I'm great, man. I never thought I'd be talking to you in the Oval Series, especially as a winner, man. You get to start on the pole next week for the Daytona season opener, man. Congrats.
Thank you, thank you. It's this is probably this track and maybe Talladega is probably where I'll have at least a chance with some of these guys. I don't have a whole lot of oval experience other than plate tracks.
You look like a pro out there today. It was nice having the Thaler brothers pushing you to the front. Looks like you got some help from Trevor McLaughlin as well. But yeah, you definitely look like a pro. I think you're going to fit right in here with the big ass fans paint, man. Were you nervous at all? Did you have any nerves, or were you just
No,
exciting nerves, or just cool, calm, and collected?
again, I, I do my road racing with y'all know that part, but on the weekends I run with these older guys, and it's not a league, but I've been running with these guys for probably 2 or 3 years ish, and it's usually just at Talladega. So I mean, I've got a lot of experience with these just on this kind of type of racing. But again, when we get to the other tracks, I got a lot of learning to do with tire fall off and just there's a lot. I mean, I understand a lot of the NASCAR racing. It's just I've never really done it on the sim other than plate tracks.
Great, man. Well, like I say, you look like a pro. I want to talk about the beginning of the race. First, you had a good qualifying, so that was nice. You kind of started up in the front 3 rows or so, and then what was it like? Was there? It looked like there was a lot of. I don't want to call it give and take because I don't know. Did you have it put on the floor the whole time, or are you making sure to keep it clean and give everybody space left and right?
Yeah,
And
on the
could you feel it build up as the race went on?
in the beginning, yeah, when I was running behind Eric, I mean, running like that, you gotta give and take, and you can't push the pusher. That's when it comes to plate track racing. The guy
Yeah.
in second place, you can't push him, and so I mean, I'm trying to give him a little bit of room to manage his temperatures and just. But yeah, you could definitely tell as we were getting. I think definitely around that last that the pit, you could
Yeah.
definitely tell it was ramping up a little bit. But I feel comfortable with these types of tracks. Daytona's a little tight. I have more experience at Talladega, and I'm used to running 3 wide. I mean, the guys I run with, we run 3 wide for 20, 30, sometimes 40 laps, and it's without wrecking. But
In a truck,
Daytona
in an X Gen, in a trucks,
in the Xfinity, more Xfinity, we
Xfinity.
run
Okay.
Xfinity in
Yeah, okay.
trucks, but
Sure. It's
but it
okay.
Daytona's a lot tighter. It's not. You get 3 wide, it's sketchy. It's possible, but man, it's you got to have people really committed to being able to stay in their lane and give and take a lot of. I mean, it's
Sure.
once we get to these next tracks, these guys are going to leave me in the dust. I got a lot to learn, but
Well, it's going to be fun. No matter what happens, man, it's going to be fun to watch as well. Like I was saying earlier, 22 races, a long season, and we're just going to get it started next week. But you got the best starting spot, man. Congrats on a 30-lap taste of the Midwest Motorsports Truck Series. Next week, we go full meal, man. And Green flag stops tonight were definitely tricky. Caused a big change up in the lead and the blend. So we'll have to pay attention to that. But a lot of things to look forward to next week. But one thing we know for sure, 88 is going to start up front on the pole, man. Congrats on a great race tonight, Jason.
Thank you, James. Thank you, Midwest Motorsports, and everything that all y'all guys do. I mean, it's again, this is new for this side part of it's new for me, but I'm glad to be here.
Glad to have you here, Jason.
All right,
That's
man.
Jason. See you, man. Have a good week. That's
You
Jason
too.
Phillips, your race winner and pole setter for next week's first race. And that's it from Daytona Super Speedway. I'm James J, reminding you to stay in your lane. We'll see you next week as we get the season underway.